Hey guys, welcome to HunterBBQ live streams. Today's we continue to play this 50 million accounts, and let's see what I can do about it. And also there is a competitive events, so we'll pop in when the events start. And also that this account alias MOO is having difficulties because their CC getting burnt. So let's take a look. So I realize this game currently having a lot of this lagging and crash. Not sure whether it's any problem with that about the games or my setup, but definitely something wrong with the game. So you can see this the CC MOO. So we have another 6 hours to cover it. And you can see there's so many the enemy sites recover this land, so definitely they want to kill this CC so bad. Then we have others village burning as well. You can see all the village burning, but there's also some of the members try to cover up and repair those village. So the points that I will try to play this 15 minutes account is just to show that how we can continue to play this losing Moscow instead of I play on XYT. That the Moscow is so easy and little bit boring, not really any actions. So that I try to find this kind of account that is not something under 30 millions, because without certain setups are also very hard to play to have a big impact. But of course, we have supportive fighter groups through your alliance that will help as well. You can see how the enemy have all the alliance, all their fighters surrounded our alliance. That's how their spirit. So this is one of the Moscow war. Also a lot of people's Moscow is not going well, but some also going very well. So it's depending on how you want to play through this Moscow, because this Moscow from this server 8 is about the second Moscow. So they also won about the first Moscow. So it's not very big deal to losing the second one. But of course, no one like to lose. But as long as you learn one or two things about how you turn the things around and how you enjoy this war game, because winning or losing one of the event is not end of the day. Of course, you can continue, but the best you need to learn about those mistakes. So when the news level 4 city San Francisco opening, so we might have a lot more fun, and we believe that there will be a Moscow number 3. So hopefully everyone is preparing to make sure that everyone's enjoy that. So the war allies is on the top side, but you can see they are also surrounded by those I think this RA is it. Let's take a look. This range. So definitely they are getting sandwiched by both of the top 1 and top 2's enemies alliance. So this is the situation now. So what I try to do is try to jump in and repair one of the village, or try to repair the CC, because that's the only place that I can jump in Moscow, and we know that without the land we can't jump in anywhere else. We only can crawling to some of the places that is not really helping at all. I really think this base might be the empty base. Yeah, this guy having 4.1 million there, and his base definitely is an empty base. So maybe I can take it out. So at least I contribute one enemy base instead of nothing at all. So I need to make some preparations before I really jump in and fight, because that's how you should prepare always. Not seeing the opportunity and directly to jump, make sure that you prepare yourself and know what you are dealing with. Otherwise, you just force yourself and make a lot of pressure to yourself. That is not good. Alright, so we're having more village gone. That is basically the normal things happening once your ally is losing in this Moscow. But I think everyone also enjoy their fun, so not also worry about too much, because I also talk with those leadership in this server 8 and server 10. So they also say they are quite enjoy, even though they are losing. But everyone understand this is a war game. If there is a winning side, always there is a losing side. Otherwise, how you become a winner if there is no loser? So there is cause it's very normal things to happen during those war games. But you can see this game is getting very lagging, that I'm not really sure how I can play if the game during all the actions and very lagging. I can't even move and try to control everything at all. And I even try to restart the game, so maybe let me try to restart one more time. Hopefully the game will go smooth. Otherwise, it's just another suicide missions just to jump in and the game frozen and die. Yeah, that's the only things that are happening now. And you can see the game is getting very weird recently. I think those lagging problems starting by this 1 or 2 days, maybe after the Halloween's event pop out, then start to have this all kind of lagging stings and crash problem. Hopefully the developer did do some hot fix to it. Otherwise, can't really know what we can do, because before this kind of very serious lagging problems, before we also having a lot of lagging problems, especially there is a lot of snowballings and swamp team moving around. That's the most part of lagging. But now I'm not even in any actions. I just try to view my own base, try to move my own unit out of the war zones. Also very lagging. Can see the game is not even smooth compared to my last of my live stream. But that's not the main reason to stop us to enjoy the game, unless the game totally crash off and not able to open. Otherwise, I still have to continue to contribute what I can to the alliance. Of course, try to do whatever to contribute. Even though I know it's suicide missions, but try to do something is better than just sit up and thinking you can't do anything, because any small things is very helpful. If every one of the members try to do that together, of course there's a big changes will be count. But of course it's not very easy mentality to do that, because when you are having those losing war status and losing way away from the war, you start to having some of the down spirits. So that is one of the things not very good. Hopefully it's not getting that kind of a spirit. But I just come here to try to chill up this server 8 and server 10 alliance. Hopefully they can stand together again and fight alongside, and even though they know they're losing, but just enjoy the fun. That's the most important part of those war game. So the current setup is this. So basically I only have 2 max out unit, and the third one is not even a max out, but I can say only I have 3 of my troops that is really can fight. Those 2 other 3 is 100% not contributing anything at all. Yeah, that's the case now. If some of the setup I can change, I will try to change it up, but that's not any option for now, unfortunately. So I might see some of the opportunity to, I might have an opportunity to start up this archery. So let's do that. So at least any little bit upgrade is helpful. When you're on the wall, you didn't really realize that it's helpful a lot. But of course that it's helpful because the more strongest setup you have, the more output damage you will deal to the enemy side. So that is what I should do. Okay, once I get in here, I can't see what I can do with the assembling. That's one of the bad things. How can it be when I see there is okay, so this is 4-star. This is 4-star, so I need one more 4-star, and I didn't have that. That's the problem. So otherwise I can make a M mix up with this one, and this one become 5.5, and then I can mix up with this one, then this one become a 6, and this one become 6.1. So what I can do now is try to use this one, but I will lose the camp buff. Otherwise this one I have to swap with any others Liberty's aircraft. I didn't have that. That's why we are stuck on now. So there is a few ways to fix this problem. The first one is try to collect those airdrop. Hopefully give you some of the 4-star. So those 4-star will mix up and assembling to the plan that I just said. Otherwise just give me a 5-star, but I have to match up with one of my 5-star. Otherwise I can't choose. But waiting for airdrop is quite boring. But that is only things that I can do for now. Otherwise, I doesn't have any options much to do that. Let's look at the statue. I have about 21. Everything is very low. Just take a look. I should really max the next officer should be Emperor. Emperor, I'm not sure how to max him because he's so far behind. And I also need Angel of Light because she's recently one of the best officer for super heavy and the siege. So I also need Winter Huntsman because his skill output is very much the strongest in the game. So there's a lot of things I want to do, but I can't do anything at all at the moment. So I feel a little bit stuck here. But other than that, nothing much. Let's look at how many ammo I have. I need a lot more ammo to make this to 70 level, even though it's low level, but at least anything at all will help. Okay. So I think the best is try to jump in now, because once I get siege down, then I will just swarm on anywhere on the map. After that, I will try to wait for the airdrop again, and maybe I can pick up the other trees and follow back my plan. But basically, it's very hard to do anything alone. The best is follow the tag, like any officer saying what is the attack times, what is the defense times, and everyone jump at the same times and try to contribute at the same time. That's the best scenario. Other than that, nothing much now. But yeah, enemies having all kind of troops covering all the ground, so not much thing I can really do there. So I remember there's one guy jumped to repair the village. So let's see whether he's still standing. No, he's already removed from the map. Yeah, otherwise I can just go in there and reinforcement him instead of everyone try to fight alone. And the base that I saw just now is an empty base, and recently he put back his troop to his base, so it's no longer empty base. And definitely I still can kill this guy because I think he only having one troops group. Yeah, he only having this I think these are mediums, Liberty mediums, covering his base. Basically easy target to kill. But the problem is when I try to kill him, if he is online, I might face some difficulties to continue the task. And here you have seen these big groups might come to me. If my game continues to lagging, I might kill myself and I can't even do anything at all. Let's look at those archeries and let's see what's their level. About 3 million, 3 millions, and a lot of archery, some of the 4 millions as well. Yeah, so definitely it's very deadly. I would say I can stand about maybe a 1 minute or 1 and 30 minutes. 1 minute about, yeah, something like that. 1 and 30 minutes. Because if they all react at the same time, I will die 100%. I think that's the fun actually I like to play, because that's how we can contribute and try to kill those enemy. But jumping too near to this enemy also one of the suicide missions, because they can kill you when you try to drop in. That's the problems. But if they are inactive now, then I can kill them easily, like a free kill, something like that. So let's try my luck here, and hopefully no one block me, and hopefully the game doesn't lagging and doesn't let me to deploy my base. Like now, the game is not moving at all. This is the most scary part of the game, because when you try to jump and you are jumping and the game is not responding, that is deadly, I would say. So now we successfully standing somewhere here. So let's try to do the job and also put my super heavy somewhere here. Yeah, so we can try to claim some free kill, I would say. That is one of the things that I noticed. Most of the people just drag their troops out of the base and stand on the ground and just AFK there. So basically I can just kill all those without any problems. Accidentally I let this guy charge skill. That is not good. One of the problems is that if the enemy doesn't attack you, basically you doesn't really counter attack them. So that is one of the bad thing. And you see a lot of enemy already start to react. So that is very hard to say. But luckily someone activated my base, then now I can kill them easily, because thankfully someone luckily activated my base. Now I can freely kill them. Yeah, hopefully let them attack me so I can continuously to kill them. So let's put this artillery there and then activate this bunker. Yeah, so you can see I activated the bunker, even though it's not helping a lot, but also a little bit help is good. So some of the artillery try to attack me, but basically my super heavy is supposed to be strong, so I don't really worry about that. But I just want to activate more enemy try to attack me, but the game start to be very lagging. I can't really move my super heavy back to my base. That is unfortunately that I lost my super heavy. That is not good things. So I have no more things to try to make the enemy try to attack me and activate the base. But you know, I still can use those archeries to try to make up the gameplay. So I have one super heavy. I have to do it very quickly, just to make sure this guy attack me. Yeah, so once they attack me, then the base will counter attack them. So that's the gameplay for now. Yeah, you can see this guy tried to attack me, and then my base attack him. And now continuously doing the same thing. At least I'm not doing a lot of damage, I would say, but a little bit more less is helpful. You can see they are trying to regroup, try to kill me. Of course, I can also try to do this, you know. So they try to aim me, like the archery is coming to me, like this guy coming to me, then my base activated. So it's quite a good thing, I would say, but the game is very lagging. You can see I can move my mouse smoothly, but the game is not following along. Now I think the enemy finally decide they want to give it a shot to kill me. Alright, so you can see all their archery is not moving at all, so also not to risk my archery to go out and die. So now their archery start to move. I try to snipe their archery, but one of the problem is lagging. And my archery start to die. I want to drag it back, but I can't move it very smoothly, I would say. So at least I kill some of their archeries and kill some of their troops. Continuously doing these amazing things, I would say, and my base finally go down. I want to press the relocate as soon as possible, but the game is not responding, and I have a lot of groups die. But at least I did some of the annoying kill just now, I would say. So you can see 1, 2, 3, half. So about 3.5 group die. So let's look at my battle reports. That's the things that to like getting a result after exam. How we do that, you know. But of course, I want to do the most favorite things I want to do. Collect resources before I try to do anything else. Yeah, and you notice how I try not to collect resources during the war just now, because I know every minute, every second is very important during those fight, because everyone's eye on me. So I'm not going to risk my resources time, because I know I will just switch down. I won't collect a lot of resources. So that's the things. Okay, so and the game is very lagging. So once I try to press those collect resources, the game might crash or might hang there. Then I can't react a lot. So that's how I try not to do things. I'm very focused on the war. So now you can see my base low down 100% HP. I kill about 1002. I die about 400. 400 is equal about 4 groups, but I kill more than 4 groups, about 12.5 group of the enemy. Okay, that's the only things that I can do. So if of course, if I jump in with a lot more members, I can do a lot more, because you can see 39 players try to siege me. That is, of course, is more than what we need to siege down a guy with a swarm. Usually swarm team about 6 to 10. That is about overkill. 39 is definitely overkill. That's the things, and you can see we have a lot of archery just now. Basically we are hanging there about 4 and 39 minutes there. So I would say it's very bad, because at least I can trade about 1 to 3. 4 times 3 about 1002. So 1 to 3, that's still okay trade. At least not 1 to 1 or didn't do anything at all. If we continue to do that, basically I can be trading 1 of my base and taking 3 of the enemy reserve down. So if I can successfully do that, basically I can bring 3 to 5 of the enemy out of reserve. Then they are out of the war about 2 to 3 days. Yeah, if we continue to do that, basically we can turn the war around if anyone else know how to do that correctly. That's one of the strategies that turning your losing war become a winning war, because most of people doesn't really realize how important the reserve is, because from the old updates about 1.0 and 2.0, reserve is one of the very important things. Once you are out of reserve, you are totally out of war about 3 days. Even though you have airlift, you can't just go in the war because you doesn't have reserve. After the 3.0 updates, reserve is not very important. But if you are out of reserve, you are still out of war about 1 to 2 days, at least not very long from previous versions. But that's how the game also try to make it more activities for us, because without reserve, no one can train their troops back. That's why the game also try to reduce the reserve time. Yeah, that's the things that they keep on changing. But lagging is really one of the very annoying things to play when we try to play some skill and try to drag our troops here and there, but it's just not working when the game is lagging. So there is nothing much I can do, even though I know I should drag my super heavy back. When someone try to aim my artilleries, I should drag them back, but the game is not responding. So I did my best. It first respawn, but I can't do that because the game not allow me to do. You can see even I have a very simple wheel zooming in and zooming out. The game also not moving at all. That's one of the things that I very worry about those big war. A lot of people standing together and then the game not even responding. Even we have a very heavy problem again. That's what will be impact on coming combat drill, because that's the only situations that we need to play with a lot of our armies. But you can see the game is not very not even moving. I even tried to uninstall the game and reinstall back the game. The same result after everything. So sometimes I'm not really sure what is happening with this game, because I did play others game and my others game is moving very smooth. That's how I think this is the Warpath issue. Is not my device issue, because might be my device or might be my setup or setting issue. That is what I try to compare, but I already did that. Then I compare with others game. Other games running very smoothly, so nothing much I can comment. This is definitely at that place. Otherwise, we have about 5 to 10 people try to jump in together here. Then we can clear them out, and then the enemy will try to clear us about slowly. But at least 5 to 10 people will cause a lot of trouble to those enemies troops standing on the middle of the field, because they are almost like a foot for me. But of course, I try to claim all those food that is not moving on this CC side just now. But you can see how fast their reinforcement coming. And basically all those reinforcements siege down my base instead of all those idle and AFK troops that standing next to the CC. That's how we know those troops is basically is AFK there. But yeah, that's the only damage I can did. I think my last round is I did about 3000 kill. This time I did about 1002. So I still thinking it's not very bad. Of course, I can do even better if the game running a little bit more smooth, I would say. So the reset time is almost there. So I might swap back to my main account and I do some of the combat drill, because the combat drill on this account is very hard to do. I will say basically we are the food for anyone in the Moscow, and nothing much I can do about it. Besides just relocate as soon as possible, but you have to do that about maybe 10 to 20 times a day, because the Moscow is overwhelming with a lot of opposite side. So I can say almost anywhere in the map you will get sieged down. Otherwise, you just hop in back to your original server. Then you might be safe there, but might not be if your server is not safe. But you can see how the games keep on lagging and crash there. So let me swap it back to my main account. So at least I can try to set up things and prepare for the combat drill from my main account. Yeah, that's the things I want to do. But the game is really hang and lagging. Even just freeze there. I have no idea how I should play with skill. Like everyone just press the auto attack or press the attack and let the game do the things, because the game doesn't allow you to do anything else if the game doesn't fix the lagging problems issue, and the game is crashed a lot of times. Yeah, so that is one of the problems. I'm not sure when did the developer will try to fix it, but at least I think they should give us a little bit updates and comments, communications, or some of the information or updates, and saying they're working on it. Maybe they need about 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, or maybe a week or a month. So at least we have an expectations timeline to understand, okay, the developer is fully understand and fully aware the lagging is the main cause of the problems. So they will be very focused to fix it, instead of everyone try to complain and no one say anything at all. So I don't think that is very good from the communications or the community of this game, the Warpath. But we also try to raise up the question and problems back to the developers. I don't think they are very focused on those issues by now, because they are focusing on the new roadmap. If any one of you are already aware the new roadmap, but from my point of view, the new roadmap is something not very important and not very exciting, I would say. That's why I also not up to the point to do those video about the 3.02 updates and the Halloween events and even the new roadmap, because those three things is not anything that excited me at all after the game update. That's one of the things that I also stopped to do the video at the moment, and also try to understand what actually is the game directions going on with the update, and what I really want to try to share my advanced tips and tricks, because everyone already know those basic informations. I do not need to repeat all those basic informations, because everyone just can get those information on the game, on the updates, and on the channel that they always read those updates. So I do not think I need to repeat all those things in my videos. That nothing else is informations extra, because the most people ask question, I think, is the new Halloween's skin. And then I think a lot of the streamers, a lot of news already talk about how its skin will be earned. Basically, it's another pay-to-win item. I'm not sure whether I want to go for it or not, maybe for collections purposes or not, since I already have the default skin, and somehow I've got the mobility manner. Then I also not sure whether I want these 100 missions. So, but definitely something that you need to pay to get. It's not something you will get if you are hardworking or you are trying to work it out. Of course, it's not that case. How hard you work also won't get that skin. That skin is 100% something you have to pay for it. It's another concept like Guardian of True. You have to buy his skill instead of you can work it out. So that's one of the things that I do not want to promote those Halloween events, because most of the Halloween event is something like cash event. So that's the things. Also not sure what to teach and what to tell everybody how you should do those events, because it's not something that we want from pay to wins or even some of the free to pay players perspective. But you know, additional event is good, but I say this kind of login event and 5-day events getting worse and worse because giving us very less item. You can see all those items is like it's not even a gift or anything, it's just like a daily things. So it's nothing very what do you call that, excited about those new Halloween events. And the skin event is even worse. You have to 100% purchase that. Is no way you can work it out and earn for it. So I don't think that is good. Only lucky view I try to do that because this is the best investment from the goal if you have enough gold to go up until 100 spin. Otherwise nothing much I want to do on those events, but of course I still continue to do this battle honor events, and I'm currently on the top one. Hopefully I can end with the top one on this week again, because the last battle honor event I did won about the first place, but I consumed too many of my resources to win it, and about 200 over millions point that I gained. So this time I think I need about 150 millions point just to away from the second guy, not to let him jump at the last of the events. That is very painful to see. That's the things I try to focus now. And of course I should also try to do some of the video with those technique upgrades, because you can see I do have some of the technique points, but I didn't update. I mean, I didn't upgrade any of them because I do not really use army group at all. I don't think anyone see me use all my army group before. I did do that before. I tried to do the bunker and I tried to help the members when I try to do the bunker, but nowadays I not even try to do the bunker. That's why I not even try to form army groups, and I do not really try to even interest to upgrade my army group at all. But of course I think it's good to have the video to understand command and coordinations, which is the best upgrade for your army groups. So everyone's just understanding how you should upgrade, and also try to dig in a little bit more and understand what you should upgrade, because it's something new. We should always learn about it and always try to get the best benefit from it. But this is one of the good things, like when we try to do the combat drill, usually we can use the whole groups. So once we use the whole groups, then we can try to do something like this. Let's say now our alliance is already unlocked from the Moscow. Then we can simply just add another sub account or mini account of anyone. I mean, the best, of course, you have the control of that account. Then you can send one troops from that account. Then basically it doesn't really use that troop. But the point is you are getting the army group form. Once you're getting the army group form, then you can start to benefit from those army groups technique buff, like this one. So not this one, this one. So you can see the Vanguard divisions durability additional 0.3%. I think that is very less, but when you upgrade to the max, you have a 1.5% additionals. That is one of the things that we should always consider when we're having a war. When we just select all and go out, it's actually the same that we try to having one additional troops from the sub account or anyone else, but our super heavy is getting more stronger, and then our artillery is also getting an additional 1.5 5 powers. Of course, that is helpful things, I would say. So resist is not very needed for archeries, but you will see there is a lot of damage, resist, and then officer skill is something that we needed that, but it's only like 2%, but any percentage is helpful, I would say. And here we have basically anything due to Raven is not really needed, but firepower is of course we need, but only 2%. And of course we need more HP, about another extra 2%. But you can see this 2% is to increase your army groups. So it's definitely better than this one having a 2% for 3 of the divisions and the camp. And this one you only work with 1 divisions, 1 camp, only 1.5%. That is of course having an additional 0.5% is help. Then maybe you can get this as well, so you will get your super heavy another 3.5% if you can max it out. Yeah, that's the things. Capacity I don't think is very important, because if we know what we are doing, so it doesn't really need that. We can see damage resist, of course we need that. The 5% additional for our super heavy is very almost like OP, because if you can compare one of the officers skill, that is how we should have that. Increase army group damage for the same type of unit. Effect when the form, and so this is not something that we want. It's a uniform army group attack damage increase about 5%. But the problem is that you must have exactly the same, let's say the whole group of archeries, whole group of tank, or whole group of infantry. And we always know that we should, but I think this one will work if we try to have a tank, like a medium tank, tank hunters, and then light tank. 3 of them is tank categories, so we can use this buff and get additional 5%. That is very helpful. But if you are siege group, I don't think you need that, and that is because you need a super heavy and the archeries. But you can see firepower additionals are 3%. This one is much more better than the other coordinations, because 3% versus something like 2%. Then this one is I think this one is good as well, because we need 3 types, archeries, tank, and infantry. We can just put the infantry just in front of your base and let it do the bunker like this. Let me try to do this and show you how we can do the setup like that. So now I have infantry. Definitely our siege group will have a super heavy, and then our siege group will have another archeries. Then we have an infantry, so we have 3 types. So this infantry just activate the bunker just next to your base, so definitely it won't move at all. Then you can move your group around, so you do not really care about the infantries, but your siege group is moving around. Then of course you will benefit from the buff just now. So let's swap it back, because I need the buff. This one. Yeah, that's the things I try to know. Always you read something, always you know how to crack it or hack it, something like that. So this one mixed army definitely is good, because 5% is deadly, and then this 3% is super nice for your archeries as well. Take effect when the army group form, so is anything will work. So this one of course is nice, 3% for your super heavy. Mixed unit, you can do the same thing, but this one we will work for our super heavy as well. Then the last one is not really needed. This one we need the same type, so either you go left side or the right side, but the right side is better because mix, so you can have your super heavy and archeries. But if you are playing battlefield support, you can just go to the left side, so you just play all your tank. You do not even worry about the inventories at all. that's the things that I try to crack from those what do you call that, the requirements that we need to get those buff. Then this one is very straightforward. Which camp you have, basically just go for that. But of course, tank and super heavy is different, because if you are having super heavy, you should always go for the HP buff, durability. But if you are tank, battlefield support, you should go with durability and firepower as well. That's the only things that you should aware. What if your group's type? Otherwise, you are forming the wrong one. Resist, of course, you need as well, and tech. So it's basically based on which camp or division you try to play, then you try to pick that. But this one, the last one, officer damage, another 2%. Actually, I would say it's OP things if you use on the Cantonese, but if using on tanks officer is not very much OP, because tank officer damage is limited. Because currently Cantonese is the only OP skills damage officer. That's the case now. So we have about another 30 minutes, and we will jump into the combat drill events, about 31 minutes. But the problem now is that I'm not sure where is the war zone, so also not sure where I can fight. I mean, where I can try to find some points. But definitely here we have some enemies, because they need the points as same as us need the points, so everyone try to gain the point through those competitive events. My target is always try to hit the 30 millions mark, but I don't think I will do that this time. I might try to do the 10 millions marks, because the reason is here doesn't have war. So without war, basically it's very hard to find any points. Yeah, that's the reasons that I try not to set too high with the target I want to set. But since we have another 30 minutes, so let's swap it back to the 50 millions account. Then I can still try to jump in one more time to the battlefield before I try to play the Battle Honor events competitive on my main account. Yeah, that's the case now. So let me swap the account now. Alright, so I'm back to this 50 million account. So let's see what I can do this time. Before let anyone siege down, I try to contribute more. Let's check. I have 22% HP, about 51.4 million, exactly the amount. Okay. So I think we have more village got burned down. So that is mean we are having less and less place that we actually can jump in. But let's not too worry about that for now. Because I'm here to enjoy the fun. The fun is try to kill as much enemy as I can, and also try to show some of the skill what I can do with it. So this is the CC. I don't think I can jump to the CC and try to do anything else, because you can see the reinforcement coming almost like instantly. So that's very hard to go there. So let's try to look for any other opportunities. Maybe this guy is the opportunities, because if the system showing me correctly, he's the empty base. But I noticed this HKD is very tough to fight because they're coming very quickly, reinforcement groups, and they are very deadly once you start to touch their teammates, something like that. You can see there's a lot of the, I think this one is something like a reinforcement reserve. So definitely something going on here. Yeah, so we have another guy try to repair the village again. But the game is very lagging and freeze. Otherwise I can perform much more better, I would say. So this guy about 41.6 millions stand on this ground. Yep. And so the enemy big group is coming, like this group, and more coming. Those are reinforcement. So this is one of the best opportunities that I can try to help the party, and also try to show some of the fight skill. But the issue is that if I try to do a surprise jump in, but the game suddenly freeze and frozen or whatever reasons, that will kill me. Like I jumping there like an idiot. It's not very nice, I would say. That's why now I try to check what is actually the directions that I can actually jump in, because otherwise I wouldn't have a place to jump in, I would say. And we have to be very careful some of the object, not to let them block. So to easy understanding whether you will get blocked by the object is count by 2 tiles, like 1, 2, and then back to the original positions, and then 1, 2. So you didn't touch anything with the red, like this one is red and this one is red. So you can definitely jump here. And this one, basically the farm that is no one mining, they are 100% not going to block you, but your truck cannot put on top of them, but you can put next to them even though they are on your 2 tiles. Like this, you can still put it here and you can still deploy your base, no problems. So I think this guy having a very serious issue. He is trying to defend, but he now try to kill the bunker. Luckily he didn't kill that, because the bunker is very much helping him to having a better defense. Hopefully he know that. That's why how he tried to stop. So now more and more, and like a whole village coming to visit this guy, like a attractive a side view. So maybe they're having a very big vacations, and this whole groups sign up for this tour and say this mountain side have something that everyone should visit. Is this 41.6 million guy, his base maybe having something very interesting to view. So everyone try to sign up the tour, and everyone start to come. But you can see these guys really start to fight on the middle side. That is not very nice things, even though it's just an air frost. But I mean, any pressure is good to slow down your enemies, not to let them having a smooth tour guide and guide them to your base. So you can stand there longer, but basically the village already repaired fully, so you just complete your missions. But without the whole big groups jump in together, basically just stand there and wait for the enemy come and try to kill them as much as you can. But eventually you will go down because without reinforcement, you are alone can't fight the whole alliance. Otherwise, you are super good. But the game changes a lot. As long as like 5 to 6 people try to fight you with a swarm, there is impossible way to defend it, I would say. So you're also seeing this HKD side. They also try to activate the bunker. So use the bunker to chase those air force away, I would say. Not super smart or not very great because they already having some of their air force here. So basically their air force can work it out to kill this guy air force, because there's only one guy and I don't think his air force is super strong, and those HKD should have a better defense. But you can see these guys already pop out. That is not I would say this is one of the worst defense ever, because first thing you already use one of your airlift to jump in, then you try to repair your village and you just want to save your base HP. Is actually, from his point of view, is correct, but from my point of view, he is doing something very not good at all, because your base will recover the HP eventually. Like now my base is down to 20% HP, but eventually I will just recover freely, and it's free cost. Like we won't fight the enemy another 3 to 5 hours. So why I need full HP on my base that will automatically to recover? So that's one of the problem. If he try to take the enemy now and his base go down and he can relocate instantly, basically he are trying to gain more out from the enemy and he not wasting another airlift, because I don't think that is necessary, because you are here to kill the enemy, is not try to repair the village, I would say. Or maybe he just jumped in from the outside village, that's why he just popped in there and now he tried to move somewhere else. But this is the only land we have. We can't use airlift anywhere else. That's how Moscow is limited you to airlift away. So if we just try to use a city pass to come into Moscow and we try to move out from the Moscow, that is even worse, because everyone knows city pass is more expensive than the airlift command. Yeah, now I do not have the opportunity to jump in and reinforcement that guy. I just waited to jump in to reinforcement him and trying to do some example how to reinforcement, but now this guy is not there. That's how I should wait for another opportunity and try to reinforcement again. So from just now the happenings, we already understand how the HKD is super active, but I also need to going back to my main account to do the combat drill. So let's kill this empty base and call it a day, and so I can focus on my missions. Yeah, somewhere here. So since this one is an empty base, I can just jump in and use the O command to kill this base now, and then have my base to set up, not to worry about that. So let's use the super heavy to attack first always, so we won't have any mistake, I would say. Then prepare to use the all attack buttons. Yeah, then now we try to attack, and now we try to put our base to the nearest of those land, because we want to block the enemy. Yeah, now he move away, then definitely we can just stack this area, so the enemy have to come here all the way to kill us. Then yeah, this is the best locations to set up my base. So you can aware the enemy try to move away his truck. One of the problems is that not trying to chase too deep and too far away, because if you do that, we will 100% off positions and might get killed by the enemy when we have the full defense now, but we just throw it away. So let's not going too far. So my goal here is try to kill this empty base guy, but he already moved away and the game is already frozen. Somehow it's freeze, not now moving again. Let's do some of the resources collections. So at least I really try to stop. You can see the huge enemies trying to come here now. So I don't think I can focus on these resources anymore because the enemy is already coming. At least I see some of the resources that I can send my truck. So let's do that. Okay, now I can focus to defend my base. I can say this is one of the best place because you can see it's very narrow. So I can basically put my archeries here. So the enemy will have to move all the way around here just to kill my archeries. Right now they're coming to kill my base because I'm blocking them to build. But let's go in and kill them now, since their command is just say move until here and stop. Also not to move my super heavy too near. Now they start to having some of the medium tanks. We have to be very careful with those. And definitely we can try to play with this guy. And we put our super heavy somewhere here just to protect our archeries, and put one more archeries out on the base. So if anyone try to come near to fight us, then these archeries also be our backup. The guy going away too far, so we do not have to go that far. So let's put our super heavy somewhere here. If someone fight our super heavy, then our archeries definitely will do the support as well. Now the big group is coming. If this is the only amount, I definitely can defend them, no problems at all. But if the enemy sizes continue to grow up, then I can't defend that because it's too overwhelming and the game's already freeze now. This is one of the challenge. If the game continue freeze like this, then I will just dead without even doing anything at all, because I can't react to anything now. So you can see the enemy recharging. That's why I also try to play very careful. So you can see how I misclick that is unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately it's always continue to misclick. Then the enemy sizes also continue to grow. And the game start to freeze, and that is really killing me, I would say. So I think I can't do anything if the game continues to do something like this to me. So now I can start to charge. At least do anything a little bit is good. So let's kill this guy. So let's chase it back, and so they already try to cover my back line as well. So my archeries definitely can't go out there, and the game is freeze again. So I can't really do anything at all. You can see the command is still there. My mouse is moving at all, but I can't do anything at all. So the enemy might killing my base now, even the sound is not responding. So now the screen start to move. Enemies already killing our base, and everything is trying to die so quickly. So our base is die already. The game is continue freeze. I think my whole group is dying already because I can't even press the relocate buttons at all. So this is killing me. that I try to play a nicely game, but you know, it's not moving at all. Now I try to spam the button, but you can see my whole group is already dying. So this is one of the problems, like I say, which I try to do the combat drill event, but with this condition of the game, I don't think I will just get over it, because I might kill myself if I try to do the combat drill and this happening continue again and again, something like that. So that's why I try to play back my main account instead of playing this account. Then got so annoying with those you know, the lagging of the game and the freeze of the game, or even crash. Alright, so I think I'm done with this account. I have to get it back to my main account, just away from this sad story, I would say. Hopefully my main account doesn't lagging too much and freeze too much on the game, but actually it's the same situation. It's not about the account, it's about the game. So even though I swap account or I restart the game, or I just uninstall the whole game and reinstall it again, it's still the same situations, I would say. So it's very frustrating, but nothing much I can do about that. So there is a comment talk about rule stack. So alright, if that is the case, then I will just try to download it now and give it a try. Because what we want is a smooth gaming experience. As long as it works, then I should always try to adapt. So now I'm swapping back to my main account. So the game crash is still on this 50 million account. I have to swap it again one more times. So let me try to close it now. I try to install this BlueStack. So I need some time to set up the BlueStack, so my live stream can take a look. So I will just put a break here, and until I set up the things. So put a break time. Hey guys, welcome back to the after the breaks. It's HunterBBQ live streams. I just swap over this blue stack and have a test, see whether how is it. So let's wait for a while. I need to set up the game sound, and I still have a lot of the things not set up yet, but I don't think that is very important for now. At least I just give it a try, just to make sure everything is correctly moving around, and not sure how to make the sound work. So let's try again. Well, definitely the sound having some problems, so not sure how to fix it, but I will just swap it later on. So let's do this thing. So now we having the game sound for now. I have a lot more setup, but okay, I need to know how to do this zoom in and zoom out instead of using the mouse. But I start to see the difference from this blue stack and versus the previous emulator that I try to use. Okay, so let me try to look for some of the fast key. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, I'm still finding some of the key to make it works. Alright, so we are back to the game. I don't think there is a fast key for this BlueStack instead of using the scroll from this mouse. But I try to, just try it out now. Hopefully everything's smooth. So let's check my setting for this game account, just to make sure that I didn't open anything too overwhelming that make the game lagging. But also not move a lot quicker than the previous emulator. Okay, I think the emulator crashed at some point. Maybe not. Yeah. But definitely now it's having some problem. Okay, so you can see the setting is same from the previous emulator, but now maybe start to having some smooth. So let's continue to do my daily things. So finally, we have this new events that we have the skin. You can see is 100% tell you that this is the skin event. But to get the skin, I think everybody already know the pain things is that you have to purchase it from the start until the end, then to have a chance to get the permanent skin. But it's 100% that you have to pay to get. You have no any other ways that you can earn it from other than pay. That is one of the things that I do not like the skin, because you have to pay for that. It's not good for the game communities, I will say. And if the skin is just purely for decorations, I would say it's good. But the skin definitely gives some buff. Will be unfair to those whoever do not want to spend any money to the game and also not getting those advantage. So it's very hard to tell. But if anything that need to pay, definitely is not good things, I would say. And then I think the game start to not responding. So maybe I will try to swap to another versions. So yeah, that's the situation now. It's not moving better, even though my live stream broken at some point. So I have to download again for this another version of BlueStack, and hopefully the other version is working better than this version, because this BlueStack 5 is not fixing the problems, I would say. So please wait for a while, because now I try to change the emulator again. Otherwise, my game keep on breaking. quite sure what is the setup now. Okay, I think I get some loss with that. Just download it and try it now. At this time, can try to do some of the missions. And also downloading the BlueStack 4 versions instead of BlueStack 5, because the BlueStack 5 also not moving smoothly. But I would say the graphic from the BlueStack is definitely nicer than the LD players. I would say from the first view of this game, I already noticed that it's a huge difference. But what I need is a stable gameplay so that my live stream won't break out because of the setup. Because I do notice my live stream sometimes get off screen and the plan after that not sure what's happening. Alright, so we did these daily missions. Let's ask all of them come back, collect some of the gift. I think a lot of people will buy. Yeah, you can see our last array start. A lot of people buying the 100 missions gift. So everyone try to get the skin. Some really try to purchase the highest higher level of the skin pack, but I'm not going to do that now because I'm not sure whether is it worth it or not. So compared to is here, I should definitely go in and do the pointings, but the game is not responding. You can see that's one of the things that killing me. Yeah, so definitely I have to swap it. Even though the graphic is nicer, I would say this BlueStack make the FPS higher, but as long as the game is not moving at all, however nicer, is still not the main usage, because what we want is try to play the game. It's not about the graphics. Now we have this problem, how to get out this. This one of the problem that I doesn't really know how to use BlueStack. Now I know how to get back buttons. Alright, so let's collect more rewards. So you can see, even though I try to collect rewards, the game is still lagging. I'm not sure, is it really the game problem or the emulator problems or my PC problems? But I definitely run any other game that without this kind of problems. So, and now my screen off, even though I still playing the game. That is really something surprised me. So since this BlueStack is not working, I will just close it now. Then I have to put back to the screen, and I'm downloading the BlueStack 4. Hopefully it will work nicer than the other times.